This is the TSLA one-day reading for October 14th, 2024. It's currently September 19th, 2024, 8:53 p.m. Eastern Time. TSLA at the time of this reading, $243.92. That's USD. The shuffle video for the October 14th reading was created on August 4th, 2024 at 5:42 p.m. Eastern Time. In this video, we're going to go over the overall trend direction for the day. We're going to talk about the chart behavior around the day's highest high and the chart behavior around the day's lowest low, as well as the general timing down to roughly about an hour as far as where they are throughout the day. And then we're going to get into where the best trades are and the chart behavior by the hour. Basically, you have to give it plus or minus an hour here or there of wiggle room, and not in all readings, in a few readings here or there, but always pay attention to the sequence of events, because that will keep you on track if we are plus or minus a little bit here or there on the timing. Again, we have this priestess card kind of situation going on, which I think has something to do with foreign legislation. Either way, it's nullified, making it a little difficult overall theme-wise. Behavior around the high side, there is an attempt to establish support at a higher price level near the high. Behavior around the low, we have this notable decline into the low, offering significant multi-day opportunity to open up a long position. I'll talk about that in more detail in the monthly access version. But the trade card, the trade advisement card, is also nullified. It's a decline to revisit a support level that we recently met before. It was a past opportunity, but it's nullified, so a little hard to read in this circumstance. It could be that we're revisiting a support and we don't stay there for long. We'll have to look at it in more detail. In the pre-market, we open lower, and it looks like there's a bit of sideways rotation. We actually have a high in the pre-market, so we open lower, a high in the pre-market with sideways rotation. Remember, we've got sideways rotation, an attempt to establish support near the high, and then it looks like there's out of a low right around the open, so we must do some declining, because out of a low right around the open, there's a pretty big move to the upside that'll stand out on the one-day chart. Yeah, matter of fact, there's a high in the pre-market, and somewhere in there, multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance and a sharp drop into a low, followed by a big move to the upside. And then that big move to the upside will take us back into a decline, into a trough that's not nearly as low as the low from right around the open, but it will be a pretty notable move into that trough. And then out of that trough, we have a prominent move higher, full retracement. We established support after the full retracement with some sideways rotation between 11 and 1. And that sideways rotation between the 12 and 1 o'clock hour, we should see a sharp drop within that period of sideways rotation and a trough there. A lot of price change between 1 and 2 o'clock, taking us into a high probably just after 2, and then from that high we have a sharp decline back into sideways rotation in the last hour, kind of price swingy as we enter into the close, and a rally into key resistance in the pre-market, followed by a decline with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. So what I'd want to do is at this low first thing here in the morning, I would want to open up a long position for a day trade. You might add to it after this return back to a higher trough, but you're looking to close out of the long position here in the midst of this Ace of Swords full card energy. So probably around a high somewhere around 2 o'clock, maybe just after 2, somewhere between 1 and 3 o'clock, but probably just after 2 o'clock. Interesting. And there's actually, it's indicating that there's trade opportunity the following day with the Magus card. So I might want to stay in that long position rather than closing out of it here at this high. I would probably close out of it here at the Ace of Swords because there's some bumpy terrain. But if you wanted to risk it, you could open up a long and maybe hold it until the end of the day there. It's a little risky though. I'd probably a better way to play this Ace of Swords and full card is when we hit that high, open up a short position and close the short position in the midst of a sharp drop. How low do we go? It's hard to say. It might not even be as low as this Queen of Discs, but it should be a pretty notable move that'll, give you a good opportunity to take a profit on a short side there. You know what? This isn't this. I mean, you could play it the long way, but this is more so. This Ace of Cups is more so an exit from a short position than an entry into a long, is my sense. That's TSLA for October 14th, 2024. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go. You know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.